Hey now folks, my name is Nick, this is Board Game Brawl, and we're going to do a little something different today. A couple of years ago I picked up a game called Dreadfleet from Games Workshop. This is one of their relatively few board games that they've put out in the last 5 years or so. It's a self-contained game. It's set in the Warhammer Fantasy universe, but you don't need any kind of prior knowledge of that universe or any of those miniatures. It details this scenario-driven storyline for 2 players only, where one player takes control of a fleet of ships belonging to like pirates and scoundrels who are trying to take revenge on this vampire lord named Noctilus and his fleet of like just really dark and disturbing zombies and vampire and demon fleets. And it's a fully three-dimensional game. You have these really cool miniatures that are going on like this dye-sublimated tablecloth map representing the ocean, and it's such a beautiful game to behold. I could just sit there and read the rulebook in the different scenarios as well. The thing about it is, not only have I never played it, I also have never even put it together. The brief story of that is that I was actually going to do a series of videos on my channel detailing me unboxing it, putting it together, painting it, playing it, and that never happened. Much like with the series of War Machine videos I was supposed to do with my friend Kim, it just never materialized. I was too busy, too caught up with the reviews of my channel, which really are the lifeblood of my channel and the things that I need to do, so it fell on the back burner. Now, I did do an introduction video, you can watch that, where I just talk about the project that I wanted to do and also unbox it, but that was it. Now, a friend of mine, Vernon, who is a really cool guy I met down in Tom Vassel's group further south of me one day at our Cool Stuff meetups, he actually came to my group one time and was looking at all my games on the shelf and was like, "Oh, Dreadfleet!" And he can I look at it? He popped it open and was like, "Dude, you didn't even put this together. What's going on?" I was like, "Yeah." And I told him blah 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 the whole story of what happened with that, and he was like, "Well, I'll put it together and paint it. I would love to." He turns out he's a hobby miniatures painter. He loves putting them together, painting them. I've seen some of his other work, and it's astounding. I had seen it before, and I'm like, well, okay, I have no problem then. If you just want to do it, feel free. So I gave him the game, entrusted it to him, and I don't know, it was just a couple of weeks ago, so maybe about a month passed, or maybe a little bit more, but he came with the game to Cool Stuff at our last meetup and laid it all out, and it blew my mind. He did an amazing job. I am not an expert on miniatures, hobby craft, and painting at all, but I'm telling you, to me, it looks fantastic. And a lot of other people at the meetup were really, really impressed as well. When he took up a whole table and laid it all out, people were just standing there and ogling at it. So, what I wanted to do, as both to show it off and as a sign of appreciation to Vernon, I wanted to do a video just showing you all of the bits and pieces of the game laid out on my table, showing you them in as much detail as I possibly can with my camera and my very, very poor camera skills, but I just had to show it off. And also, there is a possibility, and I have no explicit details on this, but I know that Vernon is thinking about doing this professionally, like taking commissions for doing painting and modeling jobs. And I know that there's so many people in my audience who all, just like me, always gripe about having to put together games and painting them and everything like that. So again, I cannot promise anything, but if you see this video and you like what you see and you think that you might want to have someone paint one of your games, drop me a line. Email me directly at boardgamebrawl@gmail.com. I will pass along your information to Vernon, and again, I can't promise anything, but we'll see what happens from there. Who knows, you might be able to get something going. To me, I think if he does decide to start taking commissions, it would be worth every penny. I'm already thinking of hiring him again for Kingdom Death and Arcadia Quest and so many other games I have that I haven't painted at all, but desperately deserve a paint job because I am seriously impressed with how Dreadfleet turned out. So again, if you're interested, drop me a line. We'll see what we can do. But for now, please enjoy seeing a fully painted set of Dreadfleet from Games Workshop. Take care.